And you know what that calls for? A video on YouTube. So I bought this game with the supporter bundle on April 14th of this year, and I'm not gonna lie, it is extremely fun. I like survival games like this, but most importantly ones that feel to be more beneficial to the genre. So here are my thoughts on SCUM. Before I get into the video, I have a couple things to say. I forgot about Premiere Friday. I know, I'm sorry, I just forgot, and when I remembered it was too late. Also, about the Be Like series, I tried to make a video on Yubo. It wasn't funny. If you guys can help me out and suggest some funny stuff, please do. Also, part 2 of Escape the Ayawaki will be out soon. Anyway, SCUM is an open world zombie survival game which was released August 29th, 2018, a day after my birthday. The game is in early access and seems to be doing fairly well for itself as a title. Of course, there are many issues that I've faced whilst playing the game. Now, yes, it is in early access, but that doesn't mean I can critique it and tell the devs what I want to be fixed and what should be, should stay in the game. A few things that I've noticed is the intense lag on my PC. Of course, playing it on a more beefy computer would allow zero lag, but here's the thing. Not everyone has that type of computer. I use 2 different computers to test the game. A PC with a 1060 3GB and a PC with a 2080 Ti 11GB. I don't want to get into the specs because we don't need to hear all that, but you guys can guess which one did the best. The 2080 Ti. Still, the game runs terribly on single play, which is the title for single player in the game. There's still prominent lag on multiplayer, and I feel like the game really needs to be optimized. That should be focused on for starters, so everybody can play it instead of having to work on the gameplay itself. My computer wasn't having problems with the graphics card. It was the memory, the CPU, and the disk. Now, as a lot of you know, if you watch my old streams, this computer has literally made my time with PC gaming worse. I know people with the same specs as this computer who play games at higher frames. But still, I'm going to move on from the frame rate to the game itself. The mechanics are nice, easy to handle, and in my opinion, it's fun. But the AI of the zombies is the most annoying thing ever. The zombies will not stop chasing you until you die. It's annoying, and killing them with a weapon is almost impossible. The lag is literally terrible. I can't get off that topic. I cannot play this game without lagging at all. It's actually terrible, and with all the lag, I can't experience this game to the fullest extent, and for that, I cannot recommend the game. Even at the lowest settings, the game still lags, and it takes up way too much processor and memory that it can nearly it can't be played. I cannot recommend this game. Now, when it's in its final state and can be played and is optimized enough, maybe, but as of the current state, I'm not going to recommend it to anyone. But if you want to test the game, by all means do so. I do, however, like the game when it does not lag. It's more fun. Lower end PC users would have to expect the worst if your computer is not, even if the computer is lower end and you decide to be one of those people who overclock, then it's a different story. But I can't overclock this computer. It's okay. So I'll tell you the specs for the computer that I'm using: i5 7400 and a GTX 1060 3GB. And I don't really know the motherboard for this computer since I only use it for just random tests. And then the other one is better, but I'm talking about lower end PCs right now because not a lot of people have the high end PC specs as the normal games would recommend them to have. Anyway, the other problem I have with this game is its looting. In some games there would be ammo inside of houses indicating that there should be a gun somewhere. I literally had the worst time of my life finding random ammo cases inside of houses with no guns at all. I went into this church and there was a deagle sitting in the place. Now, as you can see in this clip, I'm probably going to skip towards where I find the deagle in a house, but there was no ammo for that gun at all. But the gun was on the floor just chilling, and seriously, it's annoying. I don't have a recording of the other time, sadly, because it was just me playing and testing game out. I feel like this game has a lot of potential, but there's also a mechanic in this game, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna tell you about the potential of the game in a minute. But there's a mechanic, and it's like the more you eat, the more your character gets fat. There's also this thing where you can kind of like change stances. It's kind of an armor type of thing. But anyway, there's some really cool ideas in this game, but a lot of things should be fixed and managed. Even with the problems I face, I still see that the game could get far, but when these problems are fixed, I feel like the game could be more accessible for everybody. A lot of people would like it more. So until the issues are changed, I can't recommend the game. But I can, however, recommend the game for testers and people who have a little bit of a higher end advantage to the lower end PCs. But I'm going to make a part 2. This game is really fun, but I'm going to make a part 2 on this, right? And this time I'm actually going to make a video, but the part 2 will be a week from now. I'll compile all of my thoughts and tell you guys exactly what I feel about the game and what I feel the game is doing right and what the game is doing wrong, of course. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Also, before I end the video completely, this is a premiere video, so I'm going to explain a couple things before I completely end the video again. So I feel like the game is not worth the money. I don't know. I don't get it. The game, I don't think the game is worth $20-something. I believe this game is somewhere between 20. I got it for 28 because I purchased the supporter bundle. Technically $30.37. Literally, that's how much they took from me, 30 and 37. The game is not worth 20 bucks. The game itself is $20. The supporter bundle is $30. All right, whatever, it's fine. But I don't think the game is worth $20 at the state it is right now. I feel like it is worth 15. A lot of people are buying this game, however. There are tons of people reviewing the game. So I feel like they put the price up because of the amount of people playing. But in all honesty, the game needs to be more optimized. If they want a future with this game, there has to be heavy optimizations done to the point where it can actually be played on a 1060. Their minimum specs for this game are a 64-bit Windows 7, obviously, Windows 7 through 10, Intel Core i5 4430, AMD FX 6300, 8 gigs of RAM, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 10960 actually. So here's the funny part. Their recommended is an Intel Core i5 6600K and an AMD Ryzen 5 1600, 8 gigs of RAM. I have on this computer 8 gigs of RAM. I have an i5 7600, I believe, 7500 around there. It's a Kaby Lake. I don't have a K series, but they want a K series. The graphics card which is recommended is an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1063 gig. Now, I have that 3 gig that they are looking for, but I don't have the processor. The memory, I've got the 8 gig. I'm gonna upgrade to a better computer for testing, so I can see exactly what it's like with a computer that is not going to, lag out every 10 seconds. Because this game seems to have a lot of potential, and I want to try it in the fullest extent, but I can't try it at the moment because of the lag. That lag is atrocious. It's almost impossible to play the game. I run away from zombies, I still manage to lag like crazy. It's ridiculous. But still, I recommend the game. I don't recommend the game at the current state, but I recommend the game when it's finished. If the game is finished and is optimized to the fullest extent and it is where it should be, that's when I will fully be able to recommend it. At this point, at this current point in time, I am not going to recommend this game for anybody unless you are a tester. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.